declaring the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives to be vacant.
I've been bad at a lot of jobs. I ain't never been booed at work. I have never been booed at work. I don't even know how you react. Hi, welcome to Street Politics. My name is Reese Waters. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the page. Well, it finally happened. Marjorie Taylor Greene, aka Moscow Marjorie, aka Capitol Hill Karen, filed her motion to vacate Mike Johnson as Speaker of the House.
I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows: declaring the office of Speaker of the House of Representatives to be vacant.
I'm sorry. Were those boos?
To be vacant.
Now, I have been bad at a lot of jobs, and I mean a lot of jobs. Selling Cutco knives, when I was a loan officer, back when I was a paralegal, back when I was selling oil change certificates door to door, stand-up comedian. I've been bad at a lot of jobs. I ain't never been booed at work. I have never been booed at work. I don't even know how you react to something like that. I mean, how do you come back after being booed at work? And is this something that we're going to now initiate as an American public? Can we take this booing home? Can you boo your spouse? Can you boo your loved ones? How about friends? Is that spaghetti again? Boo!
This is the uniparty for the American people watching.
Gentlelady will suspend. Order. Order.
Ah, that's right, the uniparty. The uniparty, because nothing brings the parties together like hating Marjorie Taylor Greene. But you know what? Maybe they were just a booing crowd like the Apollo.
Our elected Republican Speaker Mike Johnson has aided and abetted the Democrats and the Biden administration in destroying our country. Whereas removing this uniparty speaker will not give the speaker's gavel to the Democrats, which would only happen if Republicans actually vote for Hakeem Jeffries.
House will be in order.
Nah. You gotta fight somebody. You gotta fight somebody. Ain't no way they gonna boo you and then cheer as soon as you mention Hakeem Jeffries' name. Now you gotta show them the hands. This is playground etiquette. You gotta handle this as if you were 6 or 7 years old, and that should actually come quite naturally to you, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I do have to ask you, how did your motion go?
Well, here we go. 43 with 7 answering present. The motion is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
So that is the death of Marjorie Taylor Greene's motion to vacate, offered by Congressman Steve Scalise. The motion to table is essentially Kristi Noem taking a shotgun to Cricket's head. It's the death of that effort.
That is bad. 359? Even the Denver Nuggets didn't lose that bad.
Why do you think she moved for the motion to vacate now when she's been in the middle of conversations with Speaker Johnson this week? And he has been making an effort to talk to her for hours and hours and hours. And obviously they agree on a lot of issues. Just his majority is, pretty slim.
Because, again, some people aren't serious about governing and actually getting things done. They would rather just get attention for throwing temper tantrums and acting out. This is part of the problem with Congress. You have members on both sides of the aisle who are more interested in conspiracy theories and crazy political games than they are in actually the hard work of governing.
Oh no, she is not out here playing political games. There has to be a better explanation.
And I'll tell you right now, I am not worried about getting kicked off committees. They did that to me before, and I raised $3.5 million, and I'll do it again, probably even more.
You had a pretty good first term, as I remember.
Ah, there it is, the money. It's about the money. But now I need to holler at Georgia, because the home of Dominique Wilkins deserves far better than Marjorie Taylor Greene is giving them. This is the point where I have to ask you, and no, this is not about all the many other missteps that Georgia has had. Shout out to you, Rick Allen. I see you over there. Now, you have brought somebody into Congress to stage political stunt after political stunt, raise money off of it, and in the process, completely deconstruct the Republicans' ability to function. So how is that working out for you? How is continuing to pay Marjorie Taylor Greene working out for you? Because I can tell you how it's working out for her party.
Listen, all of us in life get to decide how we handle disappointment. You can be productive or you can be destructive. Ms. Taylor Greene is choosing destructive. We know that this motion is not going to do one thing to make America stronger. It's not going to do one thing to deliver a conservative victory. It's going to sow discord and dissent. And by the way, it's going to fail. She is engaged in a failing act of political theater. What you have here are some of the Main Street members who are the adults. And we're going to do what adults do. We are going to ignore the tantrums and instead work to actually govern this country. Anything else on the record?
Do you think Marjorie Taylor Greene should be punished?
One dumpster fire at a time. Let's take care of the motion to vacate, and then we can worry about whatever comes next.
Moscow Marjorie has clearly gone off the deep end, maybe the result of a space laser. But this type of tantrum is absolutely unacceptable, and it does nothing to further the cause of the conservative movement. The only people who have stymied our ability to govern are the very people that have pulled these types of stunts throughout the course of this Congress to undermine the House Republican majority.
They even told her she was on her own before she went out there.
Apparently, she's going to lose. I don't know why she's doing this, because the votes aren't there. She's going to lose the motion to vacate, and I don't know why she's doing it.
Yeah, and Democrats apparently are going to bail her out, which is embarrassing for Republicans.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Democrats saved her the embarrassment.
Our decision to stop Marjorie Taylor Greene from plunging the House of Representatives and the country into further chaos is rooted in our commitment to solve problems for everyday Americans in a bipartisan manner. We need more common sense and less chaos in Washington, D.C. Marjorie Taylor Greene and extreme MAGA Republicans are chaos agents. House Democrats are change agents. We will continue to govern in a reasonable, responsible, and results-oriented fashion and put people over politics all day and every day.
So if you're scoring at home, she's angered her own party, bringing a motion to vacate the speaker, which for all intents and purposes would have killed their ability to do anything before the November election. We know how long these things drag out, and the Democrats had to come in and save her party so they could move forward with a slim majority. And we had a word for that growing up. We called that the mercy rule. So basically what you're telling me, the Democrats felt so badly for y'all for having to deal with Marjorie Taylor Greene, they threw you a bone to save your speaker so you could continue to move forward with a majority, mind you. With a majority. They didn't decide to run out the clock on this majority and get to the election. They decided to throw you a bone so you could get back to work because of how dysfunctional your entire GOP caucus has become. How does that feel? I need to know how it feels. I need to know how it feels to pick up the phone and call Hakeem Jeffries and ask him for a solid. How is that? And I also need to know, how is she taking this L?
Now, I think it was a great victory yesterday. It was a great victory for the American people to see the truth, for the curtain to be drawn back and them to see the ugly truth.
Of course she did. Of course she did. Of course she thought it was a victory, because it's never about your colleagues. It's always about the theater. Well, congratulations, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You are the worst person on Capitol Hill. And you know what? I actually kind of like the sound of that. Maybe I could make that a regular weekly thing, you know? Worst person on Capitol Hill. Oh, wait, what's that? We got some more contenders?
Shutting down the Keystone XL pipeline. Inflation continues to go up because of it. Our gas prices, we know, are high. Gives us on the world stage just a really weak position. You probably wouldn't have seen the war with Russia and Ukraine without that decision. You wouldn't see the war with Israel and Hamas without that decision. Really dumb stuff coming out of the Biden administration.
Laura Trump still intent to finish that application that got denied last week. The link is in the bio. Who can forget the Keystone Pipeline and its connection to the deeper Middle East affairs? Yes. Oh, wait a minute. We got another one?
And that's why I brought on today somebody who I think has some thoughtful perspectives on the future direction of our country, of our conservative movement, and on this question of nationalism and national identity, somebody I've been fascinated by for a long time and have interacted with on social media, but for the first time we're having at least a live form conversation in the offline sense of it. It's Ann Coulter. So Ann, thanks for coming on, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today.
Me too. Thanks for having me. That was a fantastic opening monologue. I too am a fan of yours. So I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it will be fun. You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American Black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that.
No, I think maybe we could probably go ahead and just name the whole award after Ann Coulter. By the way, if you have somebody you would like to nominate for the worst person on Capitol Hill, you could throw them in the comments, or you could always email me at reese.waters@gmail.com. I would like to correct something that I said earlier in the video about not being booed at work. When I mentioned stand-up comedy, that was a lie. I've been booed plenty of times. I should have just stopped at paralegal.